My name is Aaron Burch. I live in Montrose, Michigan, but I'm from Flint. And I promise to be a leader within my social circle to help annihilate COVID-19. Part of the reason why we see such resistance to wearing masks is because we have such a strong drive for self-preservation. And when we're told that masking doesn't directly protect you, we tend to see it as not worth doing. We need to think bigger. We need to think not only about ourselves, but everyone around us and everyone around them. Because it doesn't just affect you personally. This is not a personal choice. When you get infected with COVID and when you expose yourself to others, you're making a decision for others. We need to be in this together. My dad owns an essential business in Swords Creek, Michigan. And while he was working there during the pandemic, a customer of his inadvertently spread COVID-19 to my dad. Now, my mother has always been a fighter. She had numerous autoimmune disorders, such as rheumatoid arthritis, COPD, diabetes, was receiving treatment for lupus, and was a cancer survivor. So she knew what it was like to put up a fight and win. From the moment that the word pandemic was spoken, we kept her in isolation because we knew that she was the greatest at risk. And in spite of following every single CDC guideline, COVID-19 was spread to my mother. She went into the hospital on April 14th, and thus begun 51 days of a wide-awake nightmare. While she was there, we experienced this horrific cycle of hope and despair. She would get better, and then she would get worse, and then she would get better, and then she'd get worse again, until finally she was intubated. During this time, I was only able to keep in contact with her via text message, FaceTime, or Zoom meeting with the nurses. And it got to the point while she was intubated and under sedation that I had to tell her that she was going to have a grandson. No one should ever have to go through that. And she put up such a strong fight for 51 days until June 4th, when her heart finally stopped. She kept fighting and fighting and fighting. Since that time, I've had the opportunity to reflect on what may have been and what can be. I ask you, please mask up. Please think about others while you're doing it. Because there's nothing more patriotic than saying, I care for you. I want to see you alive, and I won't lose you. I won't lose you. I may see you every day. I may not have seen you in years. We may never meet, but I won't lose you.